Well, welcome to a very wet and windy Stornoway. That's the hostel where we stayed last night. And it was like this when we arrived, it's like it when we leave. Apparently there's a storm called Storm Hector, and we're in the eye of it. So we've had a little bit of fun, and we're going to leave for the ferry a bit early because they're cancelling a few of the ferries. So we may not even be able to get back to the mainland. That's what we're hoping. If we can get back to the mainland, then we've got more options. So we're just about to leave. And if you can see the trees blustery up there, but the rain's been sort of on and off. It's a bit sort of drizzly, and then it's absolutely bucketing down, but it's looking a lot brighter than it was sort of 40 minutes ago. Yeah, so we're leaving plenty early enough. It's what, quarter past 9. We've got to be there for 5 to 11, latest booking. It's about an hour, but we've all got text updates from Calmac Ferries, and they have stopped running a few of the ferries from Malaysia, and that's the one we're getting off Skye. But hopefully if that one's shut, then the bridge will be open. But if there's high winds, they may even shut the bridge, but they try not to do that, so at least there's one way of getting off the island if necessary. So we're off. But coming over the mountains yesterday was absolutely brutal. Heated grips are on. I went down to the co-op and I bought the thickest ladies tights they've had in the shop, and apparently I was the second biker of the day. Someone was there at 6 o'clock battering the door down to try and get a pair. Does he know where he's going? Stornoway's a bit of a maze of one-way streets, which is made getting back to the hostel a bit of fun. Yesterday we arrived at the wrong hostel to start off with, but the one we wanted was about 300 yards around the corner, so we walked round, got the hostel, and then the brakes feel a bit like they've got a layer of rust on them. Oh yeah, probably. Bike's actually minging after yesterday. Yeah, trying to get back from the ferry, from one hostel to the next. It was like we only want to go 300 yards, but we end up going like a quarter of a mile all around the maze of streets, which have all got Gaelic road names with the English translation in very small letters underneath, which added to the fun. So yesterday we did a total of 60 miles, I think it was. I haven't reset the trip actually for today's log. Yeah, 60.9 miles we did, so 60 miles because we've just done a little bit. Reset that, there we go. So the plan is back down to Tarbert, get the ferry back to the Uig on Skye, if it's running, and then ride down through Skye, down to the bottom, Armadale back to Malaysia, and hopefully if that ferry's running, they will ride down to Strontian, but if that's not running, hopefully we'll get over the bridge, and it'll be a slightly similar route to the one we took to ride up here, but we shall see. Just adds to the fun, right? Yeah, so the hostel we stayed at last night was more like a hostel, cheap accommodation for contractors and people like that to stay during the week while they're working away from home. So it wasn't quite as nice, and obviously the scenery wasn't as nice as the one on Berneray, but it is warm and dry, and we all had a good night's sleep, I think. And then we retired to the pub. We found a pub, although it's pretty blimey, the wind is horrendous. It was a little bit run down Stornoway. I thought there'd be a few more options, but we found a pub and sort of camped out in there for a little bit, and then the landlord of the hostel recommended we could smell it when we got off the bikes. We smell the curry, and the hotel at the bottom of the road was highly recommended. So we went in there and it was really rather good. Oh, blimey hell. Robbie's twitching around a little bit in the gusts. So we'll just take our time and hopefully get there safely. Well, this is interesting. I don't know if you can make out Robbie's bike, but and I can see Finn in the background doing it as well. The wind is coming from the right hand side and we're riding along the straights, but we're on the edge of the tyre, and it's when we get up into the high bits, which we're climbing. There's not much shelter up here now, and it's pretty gusty, so this should be interesting on a right hander turning into the wind. Just got to try and stay relaxed, not fight the bike too much, but persuade it into the direction we want to go. Oh, we're climbing higher again. Oh, a little bit of a sheltered bit, and it's when you come out from behind this and it hits you. Gusty, yeah. Robbie's bobbling around a bit. Glad I haven't got my panniers on. It's more like sailing when you're tucking into the wind. Oh, we have a bit of tailwind now. Woo, Robbie's got a wobble on. All these little mini locks, bodies of water, all got white horses on them this morning. They were calm as mill ponds yesterday. I don't see a boat bobbing around. Wouldn't want to be on that. But there don't appear to be many other motorcyclists around today for some reason. Bloody hell. Gonna get my knee down in a minute. I've had better days on a bike. So we're just approaching the mountain pass that we had a bit of trouble with yesterday. It's where Colin ended up tweaking his neck, where the wind grabbed hold of the peak on his helmet and twisted his neck round. Holy moly! But there were some nice calm bits where we were protected from the wind, but it's when you got in the really exposed, so you come around like a hairpin bend which is all open, and the wind wanted to make you go straight on. So I didn't take much footage yesterday because I couldn't take my hands off the handlebars to activate the remote control. So this bit, nice, calm, serene, other than it's not even raining now. It's just a little wipe. Yeah, it's lovely. But as soon as we get round the corner and out from behind these rocks, all hell's going to break loose, I think. And I've had a seasickness pill, ready for the crossing. Woo! I want to turn right. Yeah, because I think it. Well, look at that water's nice and still, because it's protected by the wind from the wind. But Kinloch. But yes, the crossing could be interesting. Oh, fun! The driving rain has started. I'm not having fun anymore. Holy moly! Well, at least the wind cleans your visor for you. That's very good. Oh, it's not getting any better. Just had an absolute deluge of rain, and there's obviously a bit of rain because there's all these waterfalls appeared overnight, which are very picturesque, but it doesn't help the motorcycling side of things. But I think we're all going to be glad to get to Journey's End today. Holy moly! Should be fun. A bit of tailwind to push us up the hill now. Ah, nice and calm and serene. The wind has just been turned off. How weird. But I'm sure it'll be waiting right round this corner. Here we go, back in the wind again. And the bike's struggling to pull fourth gear. I've had it into top gear once. Oh, I don't know if it's coming out on camera, but there's a lot of water coming down that mountainside in front of me there. Filling up these, running all the way down into the lock. Oh, we've got a tailwind. The bike is literally just accelerating away, and I haven't touched the throttle. The wind's died down, and it's just surging ahead. You can actually see the puddles getting blown forward quicker than the bike. Oh, it's a bizarre morning. Right, this is where it gets fun, because it gets pretty high up here. Oh, now it feels like someone else has got hold of the controls, and you're just fighting with them. Oh dear. I'm just trying not to tense up, because it makes things a little bit worse when if you're trying to fight the controls. Oh, it's getting windy again. Try and stay away from the bus. Get a nice refreshing shower. Thank you very much. Oh, we're not the only idiots out there. Some cyclists. They're not having a good day either. But we're stuck under this belt of darker cloud. It's bright everywhere else underneath, and but the rain has just got horrendous. Well, there's a few waves crashing now. The wind's not actually affecting us, but the sea is a little bit choppy. So, yes, if the ferry's running, which I hope it is, it could be a little bit interesting. It's still very beautiful now. Now the wind's died down for us, and the rain's actually stopped. You know what? It looks very beautiful. So we've got to the ferry terminal, and there's a little bit of disruption to the timetable, I believe. There's a matrix sign up. But it's just the finest little bit of drizzly rain here. Well, that's us all booked in. We just want to wait for the ferry to arrive. What's it, 10:32 now? So it's about half hour to wait. Look at that beast of a Jeep. That looks cool, doesn't it? From French France. And yeah, the booking in is a little bit slow. And they said, do you want your ticket? There was no point really, because I've got my confirmation. So he said, I'll keep on that, and less paperwork. You get so much paperwork. It's why you can't just have a online scanning or something on your phone or whatever, but never mind. Just got to wait for the ship to arrive.